Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today we're checking out Occupy Mars, the game, which is a base builder that is sort of set on Mars. Kind of self-explanatory, I suppose. Anyway, let's jump into things and see what we have got going on. So, as ever, I'm going to do my very best to explain to you what the heck is happening, and hopefully we're going to be able to have a little bit of fun along the way. Now, this game came out a couple of weeks ago, and my decision not to cover it immediately, I think, was vindicated because of the fact it was a little bit of a ropey launch. However, this is a fairly sophisticated base builder. It's entered early access now, so I feel like now's a good opportunity to check out it exactly, what's going on, and hopefully some of the initial sort of teething bugs have perhaps been flattened out. That does seem like the situation. Anyway, let's have a little crash landing here. There's no real point in going through this. We're going to end up on the surface of Mars, which is great.
Active.
Cool.
Emergency oxygen generator active. Comms down.
Okay, comms are down.
Underground ice, abandoned buildings, small vehicle.
Okay.
Alpha base status, critical damage, radiation alert.
Okay.
No information on survivors.
Fine.
Caution, this escape pod is designed only for short-term survival. Lockers contain basic building materials.
Okay, all right.
And food rations sufficient for a few days.
We don't need to go through all that, surely.
Well for water and solar
Okay.
panels
Anyway, this
charging.
is
Emergency access to technologies beyond their experience level.
Yeah.
Granted. Obtain necessary permissions
okay.
and confirm.
Thank you. Thank you.
It
Right.
is mandatory to read the FAQ. ERA is not liable for any injuries or death. Lawsuits won't be respected.
I'm going outside.
Information.
I'm going outside. Okay, right, so this is where we are. So let me explain exactly what the heck is happening. We crash land on the planet of Mars, I think, Occupy Mars. I've got to assume it's Mars. There's a couple of structures already here. I do indeed believe we have a little sort of mini mission to try and figure out what the heck is happening. In fact, the surface is kind of like littered with structures. You can kind of see them over there. We have got on the screen right now a bunch of information, which we're going to be talking through very, very briefly. We've got me, Orbital Potato. We've got all the sort of suit stats down in the bottom left-hand corner. We've got our hunger and hydration stats down in the bottom right-hand corner, and then we've got this sort of temperature, heart rate, and also the time up at the top of the screen. Okay, so in our little pod here, we have got basically everything that we will need to start a brand new civilization. Let's pick it up. So there's a bunch of cables, which we'll pick up. There's a bunch of gas cables as well, which we'll take. There's a whole bunch of sort of tools that are around here. There's a jackhammer, which we will be using. Not maybe immediately on the inside of our base, but that's fine. We've got a grinder here as well. We've got some, what is that, processed food here. There we go. Thank you. And that over there. Did I drop processed food? I did indeed. Didn't mean to. Okay, so we'll collect everything and we'll see if we can start making some progress. Now, this game is quite, I guess, granular in terms of the fact that it requires quite a lot of construction materials in order to build anything. It's not a very sort of basic base builder. It is quite, I don't want to say quite true to life, because I feel like everything here is probably, in the case of a real space program, about 1 billion times more complicated, but it definitely sort of tries to capture some of that more sophisticated build sort of stuff. So we got steel plates to pick up here, glass panes to pick up. All of that is sort of necessary for construction. We're just adding it all to our inventory at the moment. Cool. Then we can probably pick up this stuff over here. This is actually very, very useful. The spectral detector. We'll be using that pretty much immediately. Put that away for now. And then we've also got the seed gun here, I think, or the planting tool. And then we've got some corresponding seed magazines to go with it, which is going to allow us just to get the basic sort of infrastructure up and running. And nope. Put that away. Put the blowtorch away. We'll take a carbon dioxide bottle as well for whatever we need that for. Okay, cool. We've also got a couple of other things interesting around the place. We've got some first aid kits. That's fine. We've got some chairs. If we sit in the chair, then we're actually able to sort of skip forward in time. I don't want to do that right now, obviously, but it's something that we can do if we wish. We have got a bottle refilling tool over here, which is going to come in handy. If I open up my inventory in a second, we can see that we've got the oxygen bottles. We can take the oxygen bottle out of here and get ourselves sort of replenished, which is exactly what I might do. We've also got a 3D printer here, which is pretty useful and will allow us to print a whole bunch of different parts, a whole bunch of different parts, really. And we're able to do that by utilizing the natural bounties that Mars bestows on us. What else have we got? We've got a abandoned tablet over here. This is basically an interesting sort of little way of collecting knowledge in the game, which I will show you in just a sec. But before we go outside and explore properly, which is what we'll do, let's have a little look at this this tablet thing on our arm. We can see our suit battery level. This is very, very important because one of our first objectives is to, where is it here? Lockers contain sufficient materials. Recommended construction of a well for water and a solar panel for space suit recharging. That is important. Really, really important. We've also got a tech tree over here. We've got 4 tech trees available at the moment. 1 tech tree, which is currently under development. We get sort of tech tree points. Basically, we can get tech tree points by discovering, or by doing a whole bunch of different tasks, I should say. It's not immediately apparent like what those tasks are, but I will explain as we go. We can also build different structures, which is what we're about to do literally outside, but we've got solar panels, we've got light poles, we've got a well, we have got a plant incubator, and then we've got a small hydroponic shelf as well. We've got a knowledge database. Check out things, bits and bobs that we can check out if indeed we need to. We've got a section to control robots. We can control robots. And then we've also got a little map over here as well. Don't think there's anything interesting on the map at the present moment, but it is just sort of worth noting. Okay, without any further ado, let us firstly get that tablet explored. Abandoned tablet. Yeah, so we basically just double click it from the inventory, and it gives us workshop printer. Okay, well, there we go. We've now got that explored, I guess. Doesn't make a huge deal, but whatever. Let's move on. Okay, so first thing that we want to do is get a well up and running. Now, the well is very, very useful because it's going to allow us to get water. What we're going to do, we're going to pull out the spectral detector, and we are going to head towards the area of high water density. As you can see, as we progress closer and closer, water detection progress efficiency is getting higher. I mean, there's a big old screen on there. It literally just, it shows us where the water is good. And when the water is good, then what we're going to do is we're going to go into our tablet thing here, and we are going to build ourselves a well. Or at least we're going to zone ourselves a well, because we zone it through the blueprint, then we switch on over to our blowtorch, and then look at that. Just like that, it comes together. So this is important for a couple of reasons. I didn't really talk about the resources that are actually required to build the well, but you can actually just see them up in the top right-hand corner there. Or the right-hand side, should I say. Small pipe, aluminium plate, steel plate, solar cell, small engine, pack of screws, electronics, etc. And we just sort of sequentially load it all into the thingy here, into the well, and then we're up and running, ready to rock and roll. So we can interface with the well. We can actually see right here, we have got 6 liters per hour, and that should start generating pretty much immediately. The good thing about the well is that the power is sort of taken care of. We don't actually need to power it by external means. We can power it by internal means. So we have got a solar panel on the top, and it supplies 5 kilowatts. Oh, look at that. We've already started mining some water. Mining some water? Pumping some water, I guess. And usage is 5 kilowatts. So it's using it all entirely with that solar panel, which is kind of nice. Whilst we are over here, let's go into... Actually, well, if we go into materials, we can actually see that we have progressed a little bit towards our next milestone. Basically, we get materials points by building stuff. My best way to actually figure out how you get these research points is in the frequently asked questions here, which is actually quite good, but it's just an odd way of displaying the information. Anyway, where is it? Tech tree here. Yeah, how to get more experience in botany. So botany, we score points when we harvest fruits, process them, sow a whole feed of a particular thing, blah, 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 blah. How do you get more experience in electrical engineering? You score points when you produce energy, keep solar panels in good shape by cleaning them, repair electronic controller boards, or charge vehicles. Cool. How do you get more experience in materials field? When you build, regardless of whether you use a manual rover or a manual welder or a rover, repair, disassemble, print, but also when you unload the rover on the crusher. Okay, and then mechanics, I mean, I don't care. It doesn't matter. But basically, if we just do sort of normal stuff, then I think we are going to get ourselves, plenty of research points. Speaking of normal stuff, let's get ourselves the next recommended buildy thing. We'll get ourselves the solar panel. Boom, up and running. That is fantastic. This is a really, really nice bit of kit. The reason being is that we now are able to charge up the suit. If we click on the, there we go,
Recharged.
the replenish button there, brilliant. We can get back up and running, and 100% battery powered, which is kind of nice. Very, very, very happy with that indeed. Okay, the other two buildings, I guess we can build the light pole. The light pole is kind of a cool thing to do. We'll build the light pole because it's going to demonstrate kind of another feature of the game here. Build the light pole, hardly costs any resources. Might as well get it up and running. Beautiful, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. That allows us to show off quite neatly the plug system, which works exactly as you would expect it to. Open up the sockets, and we literally have this heavy-duty cable. There we go. We literally have this heavy-duty cable where we literally just plug it in, which I think is honestly kind of cool. I kind of dig it. That's really, really nice. Right. Any progress towards the tech tree points? 2 points there. We're generating electricity, which is really, really good. Very, very happy with that. What is this? Requires unlocking technology workshop. Right. So we're going to need to unlock this. We're going to need to unlock this workshop tech before we get the electricity level. Mechanics, blowtorch, yeah, we're not there. Botany, we're not there either. That is fine. Okay, so next thing that I would like to chat about is this beauty. That's right, the jackhammer. The jackhammer is an important bit of kit, and we are going to utilize the jackhammer to mine some of the rocks around here. So we can basically just go to town on absolutely anything that we want to. It's unknown ore. I mean, all the ores are unknown until they're known, I suppose. But we need to jackhammer them basically a couple of times to get pieces small enough, and then it will become apparent. What do we got? Iron ore ready to load. Yeah, so we can't... There we go. Put that away. Pick up the small iron rock. Beautiful. And store it for now. Get the jackhammer back out, please, which is on key number 3. I think the rocks around here... Oh, there we go. Silicon ore. That's nice. There we go. We'll store that. Anything else? A lot of mining to be done around here by the looks of things. There we go. Silicon ore again. Yeah, I mean, I've taken a chunk out of that one, taken a chunk out of that one, taken a chunk out of that one. Take a chunk out of this one too. These rocks seem to be floating away. Silicon again. Okay, that's fine. There's definitely a lot of different types of Oh, nice. New technological advancement. Very, very cool indeed. We'll check that out in just a second. Yoink that. Store it in the inventory. Yoink that. Store it in the inventory. That's fine. Anything else here? I think my spectral analyzer could do something with rocks as well, but I think that might be somewhat later down the road. Either way, let's grab another little sample here. Try to, anyway. There we go. They all look the same. Well, the rocks look... Oh, that's iron ore. Okay, that's good. That's good. I guess I just need to remember which one's which. Okay, either way, pretty happy with that. That's looking nice. There might be some other rocks around that I can go and explore, but for now I've taken a chunk out of all of those, which is fine. Okay, let's head back in here and see what we've got going on. Right, so the printer. This is where things are useful. This is very, very cool indeed. So up at the top here, we have got the requirements for building, I mean, literally whatever we want. If we want to build some cement, we have some silicon and some calcium as a requirement. Silicon up here, 10 required, calcium there. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to flip on over to the inventory tab, and we're going to just start adding like all of the silicon and all of the iron to the resources inventory of the printer here, and then we can flick back and we can see we've got this amount of resources, this amount of resources. Very, very cool indeed. Okay, let's have a little look at the tech tree here, eh? Electricity. It says we can do this, but I think we're gonna need, yeah, we're gonna need to get that up and running. We're gonna need to get that up and running, unless there was something else that I was missing. Mechanics, we're still making progress. The blowtorch we've actually already unlocked. We've already unlocked the blowtorch, but I guess it's just sort of some basic things that we get sort of at the start, but whatever. Anyway, we should go and have a little look at what the world offers, because the world is actually populated, or it was populated, and we can actually do, is that something that we can pick up actually? What is that? Picked up silicon ×2. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, so the world is fairly inhabited. I say inhabited. It's not inhabited by anyone as far as I'm aware. However, there are a whole bunch of structures that we can explore and scavenge and, you know, just generally have a bit of a lark with. One of the things that we might want to do, if I get out this big old drill thing here, we can actually scrap stuff. Now, the grinder may not be able to grind like all of the objects immediately because we are not a super high level. But, like, we can still have a little look, see if there's anything in here. No, nothing in there. What about this? Can we scrap the solar panel? No. I mean, I'm not really covering this grinder in glory, am I? Ooh, can I pick that up? It's a solar cell. Nice. What about this little pile of crates over here? Hey, look at that. I mean, look, I don't, to be brutally honest, think that we're going to want to do this too much. But there we go. Look at that. We got small pipe and some steel plates. Cool. Very, very cool indeed. Right. There's also this structure. Now, ooh, there's some more stuff on the ground over here. And this looks like a chest that we can open. First aid kit. I mean, there's worse, I suppose. That looks like a ration pack. Yep, processed food. That's handy. None of these water collection things work, by the way. The closest water spot is over there, whereas all of these, I think, are duds, so to speak. Anyway, we'll put that away for now, and we will head inside this structure, which is not in use at the moment. Because it is abandoned. That's a weird way of putting it. So we're going to have to sort of manually crank all of these. Usually we'd be able to turn automatic open on if indeed we had if we had power and if this system was working. Let's have a little look. But basically, oh, what the heck is that? Solid rocket fuel. Right, well that was an unexpected find. Seed magazine as well, that's cool. A backpack, which doesn't actually seem to do anything. Open any of these? No. We can open some lockers, though, apparently. Anything interesting in lockers? Yes. Small circuit boards. Okay. I think circuit boards probably are going to be one of the more useful components that we can perhaps scavenge and pick up. There we go. And I know for a fact that we can open up computers that have stopped working. Like this one, for example. Oh, look at that. That's an abandoned tablet. That's an odd place to put a tablet, but there we go, I suppose. So the abandoned tablet, we can go and have a little look. What is this? An ATV, a four-wheeled vehicle with propulsion and maneuverability. Okay, well, that's good to note. That's fine, I guess. Right, anything else sort of around the place? There's another computer over there. We'll go and see what's in here. It's a small circuit board. Love to see it.
Dehydration detected.
Dehydration detected. Don't worry about my dehydration. Right, what do we got going on up here? Laptop. Looks pretty fly. but nothing that is really interactable. What is this? Electronics? Okay. Picked up electronics ×1. There's a plate and a cup over there. That's fine. That's a small circuit board. Very nice. Is there anything that we want to drop? Not really. I will say that my water... I've got a replacement water bottle there, which is fine. We can bump that up to 100%. That is pretty good. Soup battery is in a decent enough place. Silicon... I suppose we could probably drop the silicon if we needed to. Seed magazine for beetroot. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Speaking of, how are we doing tech tree-wise? No progress in botany. 1 progress there. Material, we're about halfway across. That's fine. There's a... what looks like a drill here. I don't actually think that this is usable. Same with that thing. Don't think that's usable either. I think that we've pretty much got everything that we can that's interactable from this establishment. That fire extinguisher, is that? No, that's not something that we can do. Either way, I mean, that's kind of like that's a little snapshot of the bases. Head out into the big wide world here. And we could explore another base. I mean, I don't particularly feel the need to. I think, honestly, we just circle back around to this area over here. I really would like to build more... I'd really like to build more stuff. I'd like to build more stuff because it's going to give me that materials construction point. And with the materials construction point, that's going to allow us to get access to the workbench. So I think we'll just probably build like a few more solar panels. If we build a few more solar panels, that'll sort us right out. Hunger-wise, I could probably do with... Where is it? Eating one of these ration packs. That's not a very nice ration pack. Am I going crazy? Where is it? Ration packs? Ration packs? Did I pick them up? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, consume. Beautiful. Okay. Didn't exactly fill me right up, but not far off it. Definitely more than I was before. Okay. Yeah, so this is an interesting planet, that's for sure. Yeah, let's get 2 additional solar panels. Now, the main main hab/HQ, we do not have the ability to build this outside. I believe we have to build this inside a sort of bigger building. And if we do that, then that will sort us right out. But unfortunately, we don't have the ability to do that at the moment. So we're just gonna have to settle for building, I say, slightly more useless stuff. It's not slightly more useless, it's just... Right. How many did I say? 3 solar panels? I mean, that seems like a pretty good compromise in my book. Right. Let's get that sorted. Excellent. Right up. Brilliant. And we'll get this one up too. And how close will that take us to the workbench research? Probably not far off. Okay. Wonderful. Nice. Okay, so how close are we now? Materials? It said not far off, but I mean that's actually kind of far off. Let me have a little look. Yeah. Repair, disassemble, print, but also when you unload the rover on a crusher. Okay, well, let's go and see if we can try and print some stuff in the printer, eh? We don't have all of the resources available to us, but we should be able to at least do something, because I didn't actually print anything last time. Yeah. We're fine for O2 at the moment as well. Right, let's go and check this out. Add that to there. Beautiful. Right, what do we want to print? What do we want to print? Small pipe, glass plates. You know what? Print a pipe. Get that printed. Very, very simple. Print some screws. Small engines, can't do that. Cables. Print 10 cables. Sure, what the heck. Electronics, can't do that either. Solar cells, can't do that either.
Technological advancement.
Hey, good stuff. First aid kit. We'll get 13 first aid kits. Okay, good. There's no point in taking those pieces out of the machine quite yet. There we go. Look at that. Okay, fantastic. Let's get the workshop
Materials,
researched.
technology access level
Brilliant. What did we
increased.
get? We got a
Available
workshop,
point for technological advancement.
airlock, and also a ramp. Okay, let's go and see. Let's go and see what we need. We'll step outside and see what's going on. I do probably want to build near the water. Right, we've got an airlock, which is very nice. Workshop. Yeah, do I have all of the components for that? I absolutely do. Required electricity is like 10. Oh my goodness, this thing is huge. Okay, you can see the little power entry point over there. That's kind of cool. I'm going to try and stick it down reasonably close by. What about there? Okay, that's fine if we can get a ramp. A ramp is perhaps a little bit more complicated to build. I say complicated to build. It's not complicated to build. It's just a little bit more annoying to build. Right. So, let's get a ramp. Yep. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea how we turn this thing around. It really doesn't like to turn around. I might just be missing something obvious, but yeah, it really doesn't like to turn around. What about the other side? Can we get something at the other side? Oh, we don't actually need to get a ramp here. Okay, you know what? Screw it. Just get this built. Famous last words. Maybe we need an airlock on the front before we get the rest of that stuff. We can also jump. I've been completely forgetting that we can't actually jump into stuff. So maybe this will be fine. Either way, this is our first like major bit of infrastructure.
For technological advancement.
Excellent. What is that point for? I guess we'll see. Okay. 50% of the way through the build. Nice. It would be so nice if we could upgrade this blowtorch. I believe we can, but it's just going to take a little bit of time, effort, and energy to get it done. Okay. Looking pretty freaking good, if I do indeed say so myself. Nice. Okay, do we need an airlock on the front of this thing? I think we maybe do. I really want to stick it down over here. But you know what? I really shouldn't. I really shouldn't stick it down at that side. Otherwise, it's going to be a big old pain in the backside. Right, a single airlock is fine, right? Probably. Right, can I attach a ramp to that? I absolutely can. Okay, you love to see it. Let's get the blowtorch out and let's go ham. The ramp will take no time at all. The airlock iris shouldn't take too long either. Get that all built up. Nice. Okay, let's have a little look here. Okay, look at this. We've got fully up and running information. Power supply is inactive. Yeah, I know about that. We're gonna have to do this to get inside. Yeah, this is a single airlock, which I feel is a bad vibe, but that's okay. What do we got here? We have got no structure detected. This is noteworthy. Let's see if we can try and get ourselves connected up. See if we can try and get ourselves connected up to the power grid here. Right, where's the input for the workshop? I think it's round this side, isn't it? Now, I don't know how long these cables can extend for. Connect oxygen plug, connect water plug. That is not going to be happening for a little while. Right, let's see if we can try and connect a plug over here. Drag the cable. There we go. Okay, apparently we're absolutely allowed to do this. We'll just keep on going. The other question that I have is maybe, how on earth am I going to connect up multiple cables? Excuse me. There we go. Yeah, how on earth do I connect up multiple cables? That maybe requires That maybe requires something else. What do we got? Transformer tech?
Electricity.
Let's do
Technology
it.
access level increased.
Lithium-ion
Available point for
battery.
technological advancement.
Transformer. Yeah, I would really like to do the transformer. Okay, we'll deal with that in just a sec. Batteries. I do actually want batteries. That seems like a really, really great thing.
Technology access level increased. Available point for technological advancement.
Cool. I know. Go home. Thank you. Okay, let's go back into blueprints. Let's see if we can try and grab a transformer and a battery pack. Okay. I think this is going to do exactly what we would like it to do. That is to say, it will allow us to input. So this is the, yeah. Drag that, stick it in here. Connect and plug there. Beautiful. And then we go... what do I need? I need cable. Okay. The interesting thing is the longer the cable, the more cable points it costs. Let's go into here. Here we go. This is inputs, I think. If not, we're going to be in trouble. Yep. I guess we're not going to get batteries for now. No power. Yep. What time is it? It's evening time. Yeah, let me get this cable plugged in and then let's go and sleep. Right. Yeah, it's too dark. I do have a flashlight, but it's too dark to actually see what the heck I'm doing. So, let's go and sleep for a moment. Either way, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I'm kind of digging what we've got going on. Right, close that door. Excellent. Sleep. Sleep until 9:50.
Warning.
Significant temperature drop. That's okay. Sleep until 5:50. Don't have enough water. What are you talking about, video game? Got plenty of water. Do we... I mean, we're on like 3/4 of our... I mean, really? We can't sleep for like a night with like 74% water? Okay, go to like 340. Try that. Okay, there we go. I struggle to see how we
75%.
don't have the water. All right. Where are we in terms of water right now? Jump into inventory. Hydration is fine. Oxygen is fine. Why was I woken up? Come on. Just go sleep. Just go sleep again. Like we were able to do it in two batches, and yet we weren't able to do it in one. Okay, well, you know what? I don't know. I don't understand.
75%.
That's fine. Anyway, look, we can change the camera mode, by the way. I think I can only tolerate the first person camera mode. Let's get this opened. Get this open and go and have a look. Right. God, I tell you what, that looks glorious, doesn't it? That looks glorious. A lovely little power setup, I must say. A lovely little power setup. Yeah. The stamina's not good. Right, how's this all looking? How's this all looking? Transformer-wise... Oh, look at this sophisticated circuit over there. I jump to get up here? No, apparently not. Right. Solar panel, input, output is looking good. We can adjust this as much as we'd like. Let's bump that right up to 100%. Perfect. We can get some more solar panels. It's probably worth us if we have like a 2-transformer setup to get like additional batteries, stuff like that. You know, get that all linked in. But... we don't really need to worry about it in the grand scheme of things. It's not necessarily the end of the world. We do not have a power supply direct to...
Low pressure warning.
Yeah, low pressure in here because we don't have a double airlock system. either way, that's not looking too bad. How's this looking? Power-wise, I think we're looking fine. But what we can do here, if I'm not mistaken, we could look to get... I don't know why that oxygen bottle thing is not going away. We could look to get a plant incubator. Look at that. Look at that indeed. Fantastic. There we go. We can get that built, and that will be the start of our botany journey. There we go. Look at that. We got a bespoke area to grow plants, which is pretty cool. We can also get a small hydroponic shelf, which could also go over there. Again, it's not going to be much use because every time we open the airlock, we are going to depressurize this entire operation. But look, that's definitely like the first piece of the puzzle on the way to what we want to do. If I go here, planting tool, equip, drag it up to here. There we go. And then look at that. Look at that. We're able to plant some beetroot. Cool. Look at that. I mean, again, I don't think it's going to last like at all. It's not going to last any time whatsoever. The plants are withering. Yeah, I'm not surprised because this is a very, very, very miserable little setup that we've got here. There's a lot of sort of flashing warnings. No structure detected. Structure detected. Oh, cool. Look at that. We require power. We require water. We don't have those things. We probably need to get a much more sophisticated power setup. But that is at least something. I will say there is like a whole bunch of other sort of technology stuff that I feel we really haven't explored. The technology trees are really quite large for all of the different stuff. I mean, look at this. Look at this. It's crazy. Not all of it's actually in yet, but there's a lot of stuff already in. And I know that there is vehicles as well. Vehicles are a pretty major part, as I understand it, of later game stuff. The chemistry tree is coming at some point. But yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good little showcase of exactly what's going on. Occupy Mars, the game. It's an interesting one. If you're interested in a sort of gritty, more sophisticated base builder, this might be one for you. It also might not be. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm very, very interested to hear what you've got to think about it. Yeah, it's a peculiar little game, and I feel like I've really barely scratched the surface, but a very interesting concept nonetheless. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much for watching. My name, of course, has been Orbital Potato. Check out the Patreon if indeed you're interested in helping make videos like this possible. But for now, and from me, I'll see you next time. Bye.